What's up, everybody? Swood here, back again with episode number 2 of Road to 6000. Just a few orders of business before we get started with the gameplay. I have a few chests to unlock. I was waiting for you guys just to do all this stuff. I don't want to do it off camera as much as possible. Trying to put most amount of this series on YouTube compared to just me playing offline. Got an epic, it's nice. So you guys can see I had 2 different chests waiting for me. So that's that. Can request. I'm requesting giants right now. Also, while I'm here, I made a clan that you guys can join. I already posted about it on my Twitter and on my Instagram, so they saw it first. But for the guys looking on YouTube, I made a clan. It'll probably fill up in the next couple of days. But if you guys want to join, new clan for this account, and we're gonna start doing like clan wars and whatnot, and slowly grow up the clan. So with that, like I said, the next video is probably going to be the Hill Spirit draft. So I got up to 12-0, and I thought I'd finish the rest of it for this episode. Depending on how quick it goes, we might do a little bit more, but maybe not. Also, last order of business, I was waiting for you guys, but I want to upgrade my guards. So we're going to upgrade those, and as you guys can see, I'm level 9 with 7,400, so I need 2,600 more XP to level up to the next level. So something that you can do when you're looking to level up, you don't want to take this to an extreme because you do want to save most of your gold for your main deck. But what you can do is you can go to your lowest level cards, and as you notice, I have a lot of level 5s here. That's because I took, when I was trying to level 9, I believe, I took all my cards and I upgraded them from level 1 to level 5. So like you can see here, it costs 5 elixir, or 5 gold, sorry, and you get 4 XP. But if you go all the way up to say level 9 to 10, it's 8,000 gold for only 400 XP. So the higher up the level, the less value you get for your XP or gold to XP. So on a smaller scale, it's okay to do the cards like this. So I normally just upgrade them to whatever level you're comfortable with. But for me right now it's level 5. So I'm going to be upgrading all of these cards to level 5. All the new cards I get. These are all what I've upgraded or unlocked over the past couple days once I started this series. So I'll get these to level 5 just to give me some more XP and put me closer to that level 10 tower, which obviously is going to help. Okay, so there we go. We got everything level 5 now. So in the future we might put everything to level 6, but that's also 400 XP for only 400 gold for only 25 XP. So with that out of the way, now we're less than 2.5k away. And we're going to do the last 3 of this. So by the time this video is up, you guys will have already seen this. So this won't necessarily be like tips and tricks for you guys to do the challenge. It's more so just going to be my progress of going through the challenges. If it's like a really special challenge, I'll try and push out the video quick, or I'll just do a video like on my main account. But for this series specifically, we want to keep it just on my path of trying to get to 6,000 trophies and upgrading the account. So I got XC Baby Dragon for his Royal Giant, which is good, and in this, it's going to necessarily be, these games are going to be fairly defensive, because they're not necessarily real decks, so a lot of the games might just be a bit slower, just me playing good defense, but this is like, hopefully this doesn't hurt the mic, or your ears, oh, don't play that, but this will be a good way for you guys to kind of get used to playing with other cards that you don't normally play with. So it's a fun way to test out different cards, see what you like, see what you don't like. And obviously if you, like I play on a few different accounts, so I know how to use most of these cards already. But for people who don't, then this is a great way to learn those cards. So try and get a Royal Giant at the front here. I know he has Minion Horde, but if he plays that, obviously all my splash cards are just going to take over. So he looks like he doesn't really have a good defense, and it's going to be a lot of damage for me. Might play Minion Horde now. Regardless, that's a lot of damage for me already. And for this, it should be match over already. We're going to Royal Giant in front of this. Might be a little bit aggressive, but it's alright. Survive. So I just want to say thank you guys for the the warm welcome back to YouTube. I saw some of your guys' comments, and it's nice. And hopefully, I'm recording this like a day or two in advance, so it won't always be perfectly up to date. But at the time of this recording, I have another one planned for tomorrow, and this will be for the day after. So it'll be a slight delay, but not to worry. Content's still acceptable. Not acceptable, good. Unfortunately, it does take that tower, but we can build up a big push in this lane. Get that splash cards behind it just to make sure we take out that minion horde. And once they both lock on, that's a great time for him to play his minion horde. So it's a great time for me to play another splash card and predict that. So that's what I did right there. Predicted his minion horde. See, these are something that a lot of like the more competitive players will do, is they'll make prediction plays, which just like that are people predicting. They know what's in the other person's hand or in their deck, and they're predicting when they're going to play it, just based on when it's a good time to. So I knew he had minion horde from the draft, and before he even played it the first time, you guys could already see me talking about minion horde, because obviously it's really an important card for this matchup. So just kind of stuff like that, you'll slowly learn over time, and when you get up higher in trophies, you'll figure out some decks like right away. If we quickly go through, epic chest. Got some guards, it's awesome. If we quickly go through, like, this guy has an Expo deck. That's not the example I was looking for. They all have Expo, oh my god. Okay, well these are very similar to like a regular Expo, but the Expo Tesla 2.9. It's this deck. It has Expo Tesla, Fireball Log, Ice Spirit Skeletons, Archers, and Ice Golem. One of the most popular decks in the game, or 2.6 Hog is another example. Once you see one or two cards, you'll be able to pinpoint the exact deck. So this is a way where you don't necessarily need to see the card to know that they have it. You can already know that they have it just based on what their other cards are. So this is something that pro players will do. If you ever go watch like a live or a pro event, you'll see like one or two cards played, and then people will be in the chat like, oh, that's Graveyard, that's Lava Hound, just based on like one card, because just certain decks, like there's only one support card. There's only one type of deck that uses a certain support card, so you'll be able to identify it right away. So he goes Spear Golems at the bridge. And sorry if that's confusing. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I know I'm trying to make this a little more beginner friendly, just in case it catches on in that kind of community, but do my best to teach you guys while not confusing you. So this right here is an example of kiting. You can use it with like Ice Golem and Battle Ram, these defensive targeting troops. You can play something in the middle in one of these two lanes, and they will walk across the other lane, and the troops that are targeting it will continue walking, and you basically kite the troop to the other lane. Just so it's a way for you to let your towers focus on them, even if you don't have a troop to kill them. So you can do that with like Ice Golem, Battle Ram. You can do it with like a Giant, a Golem, like anything that's building targeting. It's not a troop targeting, because if it's troop targeting, it will turn around and attack it itself. So that's another great way to defend, because obviously your towers are a really good resource. So I don't really want to play my mortar offensively, because he does have a Royal Giant, and the Royal Giant will be able to pretty effectively take that out. Thankfully that Dark Goblin didn't lock on. But as you can see, just use my Ice Golem as a distraction, and let my towers and my mortar and the poison take out all the troops. So I'm just waiting for his Royal Giant. I do have a cannon also, probably Cannon Skarmy or Cannon E-Dragon will be my response. And he plays in the back, so this is what's called a punish, is if they go with a big troop in the back, you can push the opposite lane quickly and try and punish them. Well, they're low on elixir, because he just spent 6 elixir on this. So it doesn't look like it's going to work too effectively right there, but that's something you'll see, especially against like Lava Hounds and like Lava Hound, Golem, like those kind of big, beefy beatdown decks. What you'll notice is that these people will always get punished in the opposite lane, so people will make small pushes in the opposite lane. So this one we're actually going to play the mortar like this, because this mortar will actually lock onto tower or troops, not the Royal Giant, just because the mortar has a little small range where it can attack. So that's another small little trick. I feel like I'm just turning this series into a bunch of little tricks for you guys. So I mean, even if you're someone who's been playing this game for a while, you might still learn some stuff while you watch the journey. Ooh, that's out of range. That's really bad. Hopefully he doesn't play something in front of that. He does, but that should be able to splash onto the Dark Goblin. Let's see here. If not, my skeletons will take it out. So, like I said, this one's probably going to go to a tie. I'm probably not going to be able to take his tower, just based on the decks. So I just need to be mindful of the tiebreaker rule. So whatever is the lowest tower, right now mine is at 1571, his is at 17, almost 1800. So I just need to make sure that I have his tower lower than mine. So that's what my goal is right now. And it's going to be a little hard considering he has Royal Giant Fireball. But we'll do our best. If we do lose, it's not the end of the world. Predicting Royal Giant in the back. And goes Royal Giant in the back. That's just an understanding of knowing what he wants to play. He can't break through, so he wants to build a really big push to break through. To build a really big push, he has to start it from the back. So I'm glad that actually worked out, just so I could kind of show you guys my thought process. And I do have 2 defenses, so it works really nice. And we actually will be able to win just because of that prediction. So these are the kind of predictions that are going to be winning players' games. Oh, actually take the other tower. But yeah, so when you see watch a big event, if you go back and watch like King's Cup or King's Cup 2 or CCGS, all these really well-known events, CRL, you'll see a lot of those little prediction plays, and you'll even see like counter predictions. Like an example is like, oh, I think he's going to mortar here at the bridge, so instead of Royal Gianting in the back, I'll Royal Giant at the bridge in response, stuff like that. So it kind of turns into like a mind game of sorts. It's a lot more than meets the eye, just for the average person watching, because there's a lot of different things you have to think about. So I gave him Barb Hut, which is a good counter to Giant, so we'll have to see how we can do against that. He has Balloon, and he has Balloon and E-Golem, and I have a Balloon to counter that. Let's do this, try and bait out his Barb Hut. Or that, we're going to go super aggressive here. That's going to kill my princess, unfortunately. A few troops have death damage, like Balloon, Bomb Tower as a defense has death damage. I'm trying to think what else, but yeah, there's a few different cards that the death damage can actually kill troops, and that can be an effective way. Trying to activate King Tower, still messing it up. This placement right here where I have my bandit hovering, if you play a troop right there, that will be able to activate King Tower with the Magic Archer now, after the balance changes. I just cannot seem to get that for a YouTube video. I put a clip on Instagram though, so if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it. A couple days ago. Okay, so kind of need to get some princesses down here. I have Tombstone. One goes to the tower. Played a tile too low. So once this dies, we're going to get a lot more elixir. So we'll be able to get a pretty good counterattack here. We're actually going to build up a lava hound, just because we have an advantage. Ooh, I wanted that magic archer to die. Hopefully the magic archer locks onto my hound, and then I can play my minions. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I need my goblin cage. Okay, that was actually a bad time to go for I stand corrected. Bad time to go for Lava Hound. But still see if we can break through. That's going to be a lot of elixir right here once those die. He just messed up, and once he does that, we can go in the pocket. Get all these minions killing his barbs, and we're actually going to go with the giant. Once the hound pops, it always retargets to the closest troop, so that should be the giant, at least for one of the towers. So the giant will be able to tank for the pups. And this is kind of, yeah, we're kind of just overwhelming him now. So there was one moment of scare there, but we are able to come back, and we do actually get a 15-0 win. I played this on my main account, and I lost at like 9 wins, so interesting. For you guys following along, and also like if you're starting the game or you're trying to climb, you might not always be able to complete the challenges. Like this one, I was able to get 15 wins, but say you only got 10, that's still fine. It's still free stuff. Don't worry about it, and I wouldn't necessarily re-enter for it for the 100 gems unless if you're paying the $5 a month for the pass Royale, then that's a great way for you get free re-entries. So if you want to re-enter that kind of stuff, you might consider doing the pass for $5 a month. But if you're just doing free to play, then don't worry about it. Just take what you can get and move on. So we get a legendary here. See what it is. Hopefully miner or log would be awesome. It is not. It's a fisherman. So now we have fisherman 2/2. And the good thing about that is now if I want to trade, say, for a miner, I finally have a card that I can trade. Because before, if you look at all my cards here, they're all 1/2 or I don't have them yet. Like Ewiz, I still need to unlock. So when it's 1/2, you can't trade it away. But now that it's 2/2, I finally have something I can trade. So I can trade away my fisherman for one of these cards. So the first thing that I would recommend you guys doing is going to try and unlock all of the legendaries. So like, if this was your account, I'd recommend you try and unlock Ewiz and Graveyard, Sparky, Lava Hound, and Princess before you start upgrading your cards. In this series, just because I know the exact deck I'm going to play, I'll probably get my miner and my log to level 10, trade for one more, and then I'll go trade for like Ewiz and the other cards. But it's a little bit of both, but you do one of your main priorities is being able to unlock all of the cards. So just make sure to keep that in mind when you're doing this. So I'm not sure what I'll do. I'm probably going to go miner for fisherman. I'll let you guys know what happens in the next episode because I'll probably have the trade done by then. As for my other tokens, epics, I might trade for guards. I'm also considering putting hunter in the deck, so I might trade for guards or hunter. Prince is an option. Dark Prince is an option. Probably those four. As for rares, probably trade for either giant, musketeer, fireball, mega man. Obviously, I'm gonna keep those four most likely. And for commons, I'm just gonna trade for zaps because that's the only common card I'm using. So most of my common stuff will just go towards zap. So this is gonna get me a really high level zap, which is nice. So that's all for that. I got 15-0 in the challenge, which is nice. See, I've been playing this account for a little while. But this is the next special challenge coming up, so I'll probably record this one too, just to show you guys. Or maybe it's a mega deck. So yeah, maybe I'll show you a couple of matches. But I don't want to necessarily do the full one unless I'm on a stream. So that's all for that. I played a couple matches on ladder. I'll show you right here. Yeah, here's my 3 matches that I played. I won all 3 of them. But it was just to get me some chest. I'm only at 4,100, so climbing is still fairly easy for me. But once I get like 4,500, 5,000, and especially 5,000 plus, it's going to be a lot more difficult. I'm going to have to level up my cards. So those will be more exciting matches for me to play live for you guys. Right now, some of the matches won't be as tough. So that's all for today, guys. Next episode, probably do a little bit of ladder. Maybe we'll start Clan Wars for this clan once you guys actually join. And the special challenge. Hope that's all for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions. Make sure to like it, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a good day.